In this question, we have to find limit x tends to a, x plus 2 raised to 5 by 2 minus a plus 2 raised to 5 by 2 upon x minus a. We can convert this question into the standard form. In numerator, we have x raised to 5 by 2 minus a raised to 5 by 2, where your x is x plus 2 and a is a plus 2. Now, we just need x minus a in the denominator. So let's write down our numerator as it is. And to get x minus a in the denominator, where we have x minus small a, let's add and remove plus 2. So we get the proper denominator. Now we need capital X. Now we need limit capital X tends to capital A. And for that we have limit x tends to a. So if we add 2 on both sides, we will get x plus 2 tends to a plus 2. So here we get the standard form and its answer is simply 5 by 2 capital A raised to 5 by 2 minus 1, or we can say 5 by 2 small a plus 2 raised to 5 by 2 minus 1, which is 3 by 2, can be considered as your final answer. Ta-da! In this question, we have limit x tends to a, x plus 2 raised to 3 by 2 minus a plus 2 raised to 3 by 2 upon x minus a. If you see carefully, we have x raised to 3 by 2 and minus a raised to 3 by 2. We just need x plus 2 in the denominator minus a plus 2. So let's write down numerator as it is without any change. Upon, in denominator we have x minus a, and to get proper form just add and remove 2. So you will get function in the proper form. Now your limit is x tends to a, so we can say x plus 2 will tends to a plus 2. So we have a proper form that limit capital X tends to capital A, x raised to n minus a raised to n upon x minus a, where your capital X is small x plus 2, capital A is a plus 2, and your n is 3 by 2. And its answer is n into a raised to n minus 1, or we can say 3 by 2 into a plus 2 whole raised to 3 by 2 minus 1, or we can say 1 by 2. So tada! This is your final answer. In this question, we have limit x tends to 0, 1 plus x raised to 6 minus 1 upon 1 plus x raised to 2 minus 1. Now, if we talk about the denominator, we have 1 plus x raised to 6 minus this 1 can be rewritten as 1 raised to 6. So here we have x raised to 6 minus a raised to 6 form. We just need x minus a form in the denominator. So let's multiply and divide by 1 plus x minus 1 upon, in denominator we have 1 plus x raised to 2 minus this 1 can be rewritten as 1 raised to 2. So again we have x raised to 2 minus a raised to 2 form. So we just need x minus a. So let's multiply and divide by 1 plus x, which is your x, minus a, which is your 1. Now here we have 1 plus x minus 1 and 1 plus x minus 1 as a common factor. So let's cancel out. Now let's focus on the numerator. We have x tends to 0, or we can say we have x plus 1 tends to 1. So we get proper form in the numerator, where your x, 1 plus x, and a is 1, and your n is 6. So let's apply the formula. You will get n into a raised to n minus 1. So here we'll get 6 into 1 raised to 6 minus 1, or we can say 5. Similarly, in denominator, we can apply same limit. But in denominator, you have x is equal to 1 plus x, and a is equal to 1, and your n is 2. So you will get 2 into 1 raised to 2 minus 1, or we can say 1. So finally, you will get 6 by 2, or we can say 3 as your final answer. Ta-da! In this question, we have limit x tends to a, x raised to 2 by 7 minus a raised to 2 by 7 upon x minus a. If we compare with the standard form, you can say your x is x, and your capital A is small a, and your n is 2 by 7. So your answer can be obtained by n into a raised to n minus 1. So here we'll get 2 by 7 into a raised to 2 by 7 minus 1, or we can say 2 by 7 a raised to minus 5 by 7 is your final answer. Ta-da! In this question, we have to find limit x tends to a, x raised to 5 by 7 minus a raised to 5 by 7 upon x raised to 2 by 7 minus a raised to 2 by 7. First of all, let's write down what we have. Now, if we compare our numerator with the standard form, you will realize that we just need x minus a in the denominator. So let's divide numerator as well as denominator by x minus a. So in numerator, we have standard form where n is 5 by 7. So let's apply the formula, and using right hand side, which is n into a raised to n minus 1, in numerator you will get 5 by 7 into a raised to 5 by 7 minus 1, and in denominator your n is 2 by 7. So you will get 2 by 7 a raised to 2 by 7 minus 1. So this by 7 you will cancel out. We will get 5 by 2 a raised to 3 by 7 as a final answer. Ta-da! In this question, we have to find limit x tends to minus 1 by 2, 8x cubed plus 1 upon 2x plus 1. Now, to convert into standard form, let's write down limit x tends to minus 1 by 2, and in numerator we can say this 8x cube can be rewritten as 2x the whole cube. Now we need negative sign, so this plus 1 will become minus of minus 1. Now let's see what we can do in the denominator. This 2x will be as it is, and this plus 1 will be split into minus of minus 1. So if we compare with the standard form, you will realize that we need minus 1 raised to 3, and we know that minus 1 raised to 3 is simply minus 1. So we can replace our minus 1 by minus 1 cube. Here your limit is x tends to minus 1 by 2. So we can say 2x will tends to minus 1. So we can change our limit also as a 2x tends to minus 1. So we are ready to compare with the standard form. We get our x as a 2 small x, your capital A as a minus 1, and your n as a 3. So by applying the formula, your answer can be obtained by n into a raised to n minus 1, or we can say 3 into minus 1 raised to 3 minus 1, which is 2. So your final answer is 3. Tada! In this question, we have to find limit x tends to 27, x raised to 1 by 3 plus 3, x raised to 1 by 3 minus 3 upon x minus 27. Your function is in the form of 0 by 0. Now, in numerator, we have a plus b into a minus b, which will become a square minus b square. So your numerator will be square of the x raised to 1 by 3 minus 3 raised to 2 upon we have x minus 27. Your limit is x tends to 27. Now let's compare with the standard form. Your limit is x tends to 27. In denominator, we have x minus 27. So we just need x minus 27 in the numerator with certain power. So let's write down x raised to 2 by 3. And this 3 can be rewritten as 27 raised to 1 by 3. So here we'll get 27 raised to 1 by 3, and we already have square. So we can compare with the standard form and we'll get capital X is equal to small x, capital A is equal to 27, and your n is 2 by 3. So apply the formula, and from right hand side, which is n into a raised to n minus 1, we can obtain the answer, which is 2 by 3 into 27 raised to 2 by 3 minus 1, or we can say minus 1 by 3. So your 2 by 3 will be as it is, and 27 raised to 1 minus 1 by 3 is simply 1 by 3. So here we'll get 2 by 9 as your final answer. Ta-da! In this question, we have limit x tends to 4, x cube minus 64 upon x square minus 16, which is in the form of 0 by 0. Now, to solve this, let's use standard form. Your limit is x tends to 4, and in numerator we have x cube minus 64, which can be rewritten as 4 raised to 3, and in denominator we have x square minus 16, which can be rewritten as 4 square. So, to convert into standard form, we just need to divide x minus 4 to the numerator as well as in the denominator. So, we can easily apply the standard form. In numerator, where capital X is x, capital A is 4, and n is 3. Using right hand side, which is n into capital A raised to n minus 1, we can get our numerator, which is 3 into 4 raised to 3 minus 1, or we can say 2. Similarly, in denominator, we have capital X is equal to small x, capital A is equal to 4, and n is equal to 2. So we will get 2 into 4 raised to 2 minus 1, or we can say 1. So 1 power of 4 will cancel out, 2 2s are 4, and your final answer will be 6. Ta-da! In this question, we have to find limit x tends to 1, x raised to 15 minus 1 upon x raised to 10 minus 1, which is in the form of 0 by 0. So let's try to convert our question into the standard form. We have limit x tends to 1. In numerator, we have x raised to 15 minus this 1, which can be rewritten as 1 raised to 15. And in denominator, we have x raised to 10 minus this 1, which can rewrite as 1 raised to 10. Now, to obtain standard form, we just need x minus 1 in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So we can easily apply the standard form. In numerator, your capital X is X, capital A is 1, and N is 15. So by applying the formula, we can obtain the answer using right hand side, which is N into A raised to N minus 1. So your numerator will be 15 into 1 raised to 15 minus 1, or we can say 14, upon, in denominator, your capital X is X, capital A is 1, and N is 10. So it will give us 10 into 1 raised to 10 minus 1, which is 9. So here we'll get 15 by 10, or we can say 3 by 2 is your final answer. Ta-da! In this question, we have limit x tends to minus 1, x cube plus 1 upon x plus 1, which is in the form of 0 by 0. Now, to solve it, let's use standard form. Our limit is x tends to minus 1. Your numerator can be written as x cube. This plus 1 can be split into minus of minus 1 raised to 3. And in denominator, we already have x plus 1, which can be rewritten as minus of minus 1. So we get the standard form, where your capital X is X, capital A is minus 1, and N is 3. So by applying the formula, we can obtain from the right hand side, which is N into A raised to N minus 1, or we can say 3 into minus 1 raised to 3 minus 1, which is 2. So 3 is your final answer. Ta-da! In this question, we have limit x tends to a, x raised to 2 by 3 minus a raised to 2 by 3 upon x raised to 3 by 4 minus a raised to 3 by 4, which is in the form of 0 by 0. Now, let's try to get into the standard form. We have limit x tends to a. In numerator, we have x raised to 2 by 3 minus a raised to 2 by 3. And in denominator, we have x raised to 3 by 4 minus a raised to 3 by 4. Now, if we compare with the standard form, you will realize that we need x minus a in the numerator as well as in the denominator. So let's divide by it. So we get the standard form, where capital X is X, capital A is A, and your N is 2 by 3. So by applying the formula, we can obtain answer using right hand side, which is N into A raised to N minus 1. So your numerator will be 2 by 3, a raised to 2 by 3 minus 1, or we can say minus 1 by 3. Similarly, in denominator, your x is small x, capital A is small a, and N is 3 by 4. So we will get 3 by 4 a raised to 3 by 4 minus 1, which is minus 1 by 4. So here we will get 2 by 3 into 4 by 3 and a raised to minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4, which will give us 8 by 9 a raised to minus 1 by 12 as a final answer. Ta-da! In this question, we have limit x tends to 3, x raised to n minus 3 raised to n upon x minus 3 is equal to 108, and we have to find the value of n. So, first of all, let's simplify our limit, which is x tends to 3, x raised to n minus 3 raised to n upon x minus 3. If we compare with the standard form, we will get capital X is equal to x, capital A is equal to 3, and your n is n. So your left hand side will become n into 3 raised to n minus 1. Now we know that this term is equal to 108. So 108 can be simplified as 4 into 3 raised to 3. So by comparing both sides, your n will be 4. Ta-da!